Tell me, number one, what are some of the common household items that one might be surprised to find lead? And then we'll jump into my next question.
Well, there's like you said, the plates, hard rubbers, wires sometimes contain lead. Um, you know, just any lead related hobby. In the
Mm,
house, the real risk, like if you have a gun and you clean the gun, you're getting lead everywhere. There's a lot of lead
yeah.
coming off of a gun when you clean it. So if people aren't cleaning it and taking care to make sure they map out the area where they're going to do it and clean it up properly, that could leave a lot of residue. I've seen a lot of people, not a lot, but several people have kind of interrogated their father-in-law or interrogated their husband for doing something in the garage, sanding something, and then they're like, "There's lead all over the workbench, all over the
Mm,
floor." Older, you take a piece of furniture off the street or you get it at a garage sale and then you want to sand it off and refinish it, that might have lead. Anything, like you said, is older is going to be more likely to have lead. Like modern Pyrex isn't going to have lead. Some, modern things, the baby bottles, I mean, that's super surprising.
that's surprising. Yeah.
Um,
What is that? Is it the
yeah.
paint mostly on the baby bottles and stuff?
Oh yeah, 100% the paint, and there's just a real big regulatory blind spot where the entire object is considered. I'm looking for an object. I'm gonna say this cup.
Yeah.
So they would say that this whole cup is one single object, and so the amount of weight of this blue part is like you know 0.1% of the
Mhm.
total. So when you calculate how much lead is in that object, they grind up the entire thing and then they average it.
Mm,
So you can imagine if you have a little bit of salt on the outside of an apple, if you lick the apple, you're going to get all that salt on your tongue, you're going to taste it. But if you blend it up, you're not going to know the salt was there because it's been diluted into
mm.
the total apple. So that's, the regulations around lead always kind of favor industry because there's a big cooling effect or there's a big cost increase whenever you put a regulation around something that's either typically in all the products or it could be in the products by mistake. And now everybody has to jump through an extra hurdle just to sell something, or people could be subject to fines. They might not want to participate. This is like the ideation behind the lead laws. It's not like, hey, we have to freak out about this,
Mm,
prevent every last person from being exposed. Because I think the people who make the laws know everybody was exposed,
right.
and so it's kind of like a just an accepted thing. But it doesn't have to be accepted forever. And I think we're getting to the point where we should probably up our standards on it a little bit.
Yeah. All right, friends, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Radical Health Radio. We got a fresh new podcast for you every Wednesday. If you enjoyed the show, consider liking, subscribing, reviewing, and rating us on your podcast platform. It helps to spread this message of radical health. We'll see you next week.